G'day everyone, my name is Hank Walker and today we're going to be making pasta with a delicious savoury meat sauce. Now we're just going to be adding meat to pre-made sauce provided to us by Brand X, but that's okay. Now this sauce takes about 10 minutes of active work, maybe 15 to 20 if you're a bit slower, and then about 2 hours of general stirring at 15-minute intervals. Here's what you're going to need. We've got a pre-made sauce by Brand X. This is going to be the base of the sauce we're making. We're going to need to add meat to it. We've got ground beef here, the fattiest I could find, which is 80% lean. And we're going to need an onion. Now, you can get a little bit more exciting and grab some spices such as basil, thyme, oregano, and parsley. But they're not really necessary as the sauce provided to us by Brand X is already complete. Alright, so we're going to want to start with some prep work. We're going to take our onion, cut off the little butt of it. We're not going to need that. Then we're going to cut it in half and start to peel away the outer skin. Now, we're only going to need half the onion, just because of the quantity of sauce we're working with. So, you're just gonna cut the onion nice and neatly, like so. We're gonna chop it up. It doesn't have to be too precise, because we're gonna be cooking it for a few hours anyways. Therefore, all the onions are gonna be nice and soft. Yeah, that hurts. Alright, after a real quick cry break, we're back to cutting onions. Okay, and that's half the onion cut. For this half, you could just save it for something else. Just stick it in the fridge or something, use it for a different occasion. Okay, now there's this unnecessary step of making this dish dirty by storing your onion in it. Now for the meat. I bought about 1.27 pounds of ground beef. We don't need that much. We need about half this. In a medium saucepan, or just a pot, I don't know what you want to call it, honestly. You're going to stick a little bit of oil. Not too much, just enough to cover the bottom. I already have the meat in here, but you should probably wait until the oil's in there. And also until the pot has heated up, just a little. We've got a nice sizzle going. Alrighty. You want to keep your stove on a medium heat as we crush up this meat into small chunks, as small as you can get them with a wooden spoon or a meat masher, whatever you have on hand. And we'll just try and get this meat nice and brown. Make sure there's no red or pink at all in there. You want to make sure it's nice and brown. Once your meat is nice and brown, we're going to add our onions. Our onions don't really have to cook right now, as they will cook in the sauce once we add it to the pot. It's now time to add the sauce, and we're just going to dump it in just like that. And then I have this extra half jar which I'm going to add in right now. You don't have to. This recipe works fine without it. But if you do have extra, feel free to toss it in. We're also going to be adding a little bit of water. What you could do is just add water directly from a cup or something, or what I like to do is to swish water around the jars and then get every last bit of sauce into the pot. The water helps so when it reduces, it doesn't become too thick, too dry, or burn. Back to seasoning. We've got our parsley. Just go a little bit crazy with the parsley. Oregano, again, just a little bit. Thyme. Basil. Black pepper. Now we're going to mix it all together again. Let it all get nice and homogeneous. All the flavors will get to know each other. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is a nice consistency. At this point, you should set your stove to low heat and then just stir at 15-minute intervals for about 2 hours. You could watch TV, that's typically what I do, or just do whatever you feel like in the meantime. And just like that, you're done. Congratulations, you've added meat to sauce.